Yo, what's up everybody, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I'm going to be showcasing my Terminator collection. So I've got quite a fairly big collection of Terminator figures. I'll look at them in order of how they appear in the films, chronological order. Let's get started. Okay, so first things first, we're looking at the Tech Noir Terminator. Really good figure. I did do a review on this guy on my channel. He's really good. It comes with 3 different head sculpts. This is the one that he's got on. You can see. This is the default one with the longer hair. He's also got the other head sculpt with the shorter hair and the burnt off eyebrows, and then he's also got another head sculpt which kind of expands on this one. As well has the short hair and the no eyebrows, and then he's also got the damaged left eye, which is really cool. The kind of his face just before he does surgery to himself. We got the arm, where he's done surgery, interchangeable hands, shotgun, and then scissors. So he's pretty loaded, this figure is, and he does look really good. For an Ultimate figure, I will say, can't complain too much. Now, of course, the legs do look a little bit weird, but I will say it is good looking. It's really detailed with like the spikes in the jacket and everything. Yeah, this is kind of where it all starts with Terminator. Let's look at the next figure. The next figure we'll be looking at is the T-Station Assault Terminator. This is how the T-800 looks in the kind of second half of the movie. Of course, he performs surgery to his eye, revealing the robotic eye underneath. And this is kind of transitions from his face here to this. So this is what it looks like before he cuts his eye out. And this is what it looks like once he actually has his eye cut, which is really cool. He also comes with some other heads. He's got the one where he's got the shades on to cover up his injury, so he kind of blends in with as a normal person. And then he's also got the extremely battle damaged head sculpt with all the flesh kind of ripped off, with his robotic skull exposed underneath, as well as his robot eye. Really cool. He's even got his hair taken off at the top of his head. And then came with some good stuff. You got the, let me just swap their heads out. You got the assault rifle from the police station assault scene. And then you've also got the shotgun, like the Spaz shotgun from that scene. And yeah, there you go, just like in the movie, where he's wielding the shotgun and the assault rifle at the same time. He's mowing down all those police officers. Now, the lower half of this figure is the same as the Tech Noir, and also the kind of sculpts they use for the t-shirt underneath the jacket. But this one is very different because, of course, he's got the leather jacket. He's got his collar sticking up, Michael Myers style. And then he's also got the different gloves. He's got biker gloves here. Before he had some fingerless, fashionable punk gloves, with the metal, the spikes on there. He's got biker gloves, and you can see he's got the really battle damaged hands. This is what his hands look like when he gets hit by the truck. So pretty cool figure here. Unfortunately, I am missing the pistol this guy came with, and I'm also missing this. I'm not really too bothered about. I'm missing the interchangeable hand he came with. I've got one of them. I've got his right hand, but I don't know his left, because he came with normal hands, and then he also came with these really gnarly, damaged, bruised up hands. I personally prefer the bruised up one significantly, but I guess it is a shame I don't have that either. But the pistol is kind of really what pisses me off. I mean, it's not like a significant weapon. It's not like, you know, me missing, like losing the assault rifle or the shotgun. But it still was something used in the film, and it still would be pretty cool to have it. But there you go, that's the last of the Terminator 1 figures. It's a shame they didn't carry on making Ultimates of these guys. Because I think, you know, an Ultimate Kyle Reese, Ultimate Sarah Connor, like an Ultimate, like robotic, like T-800 skeleton, I think would be really cool. Yeah, they kind of abandoned the Terminator 1 figures. They just kind of made this in the Tech Noir one. And they did re-release these a couple of times. The Tech Noir one I've got, this guy came out in like, what is it? This is the 2021 reissue. And then the PlayStation Assault one, this is the 2016 one. I got this figure way back, the PlayStation Assault one. But yeah, it's a shame they never carried on with these movies. Now you can get a Carl Reese, you can get like a skeleton of the Terminator with the old kind of clamshell releases of those guys, but those figures go for like loads these days. Yeah, I'm not willing to spend like £100 for Carl Reese, if I'm being quite honest with you. So I don't think I'll get that like a figure of Carl Reese unless they release an Ultimate one. And an Ultimate one would be good. I mean, you'd have all the extra accessories, you'd have probably some interchangeable head sculpts. Yeah, that's definitely a missed opportunity from NECA to make an Ultimate Carl Reese. But there you go, those are the figures I've got from Terminator 1. Let's move on to Terminator 2. Actually, before I do that, something else I would like to mention. NECA got a little bit lazy here. They used the same backdrop for both the Tech Noir and the PlayStation Assault Terminator. That is a weird choice, you know. And even still, I mean, I was on about this yesterday. Even still, I mean, this doesn't work for the Tech Noir Terminator, nor does it really work with the PlayStation Assault Terminator. You know, the background for the Tech Noir one should have been like the Tech Noir nightclub. The PlayStation Assault one should have been a bloody PlayStation. I don't know why they just did this highway again. He was on a highway for like, I mean, he was on there like a few times, but it's not the iconic scene. And this figure is literally labelled PlayStation Assault Terminator. The Tech Noir one's labelled Tech Noir Terminator. You look on like Amazon, people selling on eBay, they always label it as that, but then the backdrop he comes with isn't even a PlayStation. If I open that, you should have come with something a bit more like what this figure's standing behind. Something a bit more like that. I mean, it's not, I mean, it's a lot better. It looks like he's inside of like a building, like inside the PlayStation with the two guns. I kind of wish you got that backdrop. And then like the nightclub one with this figure. So weird choice by NECA, but nothing happened from me. Let's move on to the number 2 figures. Next up, we're going to be looking at the T1000 figure from Terminator 2. This is the backdrop it came in. This isn't actually a good one, unlike the ones from Terminator 2, because there is that scene where the T1000 is in the police station, in another police station. Well, I mean, I call it police station, it's kind of like a mental facility, because that's where Sarah Connor is. He's there, he's able to get in, because he's wearing the uniform, and yeah, it's pretty cool. It's where he like turns into the other member of staff who works there, kind of shapeshifts into him, and then he uses like the spiked finger just to like bloody poke through his eye, which is really cool. This guy's a great figure, I'll admit. He looks great, even without any of the parts he comes with. He's definitely a really good figure. Like he can just pass off as like a generic police officer figure. Because you know, if that's something you want, yeah, you can. This is definitely an option. He's very realistic looking. He's got, you know, the badge, the name tag, the police badge. You know, he's got like clips in his like pockets, which is cool. He's got his belt with like the walkie-talkie on there, and then he's also got like the gun holster where the gun can come out. And yeah, the gun does go into his hands pretty nicely. This is probably a figure I won't review because I mean I do have all the parts, but he's still not like a great condition figure. If I'm being quite honest with you. This guy is also ancient. I think if I'm right, I got this figure before I got the bloody PlayStation Assault Terminator. So I got this guy maybe like probably I think still in 2017 or maybe even late 2017. I don't know. No, maybe like either early 2018 or late 2017. I'm not sure exactly. There you go. And then he's also got loads of swappable parts. You know, he's got the like crowbar arms, which is great. So there you go, got the bloody crowbar arms. That looks really cool. Actually, the way he kind of has these twice in the movie, he has it to pry open the door elevator. Open the door elevator, and then he also kind of hooks onto the back of the car while the car's moving to stay on there. I think the likeness to Robert Patrick as well is pretty good. Yeah, that's a good head sculpt also. Good hair, you know, I think facially looks like him. Because I have had a friend who had the reissue of this guy. The likeness was absolutely atrocious. I don't know what year the reissue came out in, but yeah, definitely the originals of these figures, and even the clamshell figures are also way better. Not only do they have pre-posed stances, they actually look better, more like the actor. The reissue Robert Patrick, like the look of him is just atrocious. But then he's also, but that's yeah. But this figure also comes with the kind of pointy fingers, as I said. He doesn't look like the officer because he's not replicating him now, but yeah, he does use these spiked fingers a couple of times in the movie. He also uses this to kind of torture Sarah Connor in calling for her son. And that's not the end of it. He also comes with some pretty good head sculpts, as well as this one. So yeah. Comes with the split head, which is really good. Do you like that? Now, it's not when it's completely split. This is kind of the face he makes when he's like reshaping back together. So once he gets his head blown, when his head like reforms back together, this is what it looks like. The full-on blown head though, when it's like completely like going off to like each side, that doesn't come with this figure, I'm afraid. That comes with the Motorcycle Cop Ultimate figure, which is a shame that I don't have that one. Because I'd love to have that head sculpt. That one's really cool. They also have like another T1000 from like the clamshell figures. It might just be called like I'm not exactly sure what the figure's called, but there definitely is a T1000 figure that comes with the hands are popping off. There definitely is a T1000 that also comes with that big open split head as well as this. I'll have to edit the name into it later. But he also comes with this alternate look with the big hole in his head. This is really cool. I think my favourite of the three is probably the split head. But this one's also really cool. You get that great like ripple look to the liquid metal. You can even like, there you go, you can see through it. Really cool. As I've said, I'm not going to review this guy because I don't know if you saw like the bloody like, what is this, the walkie-talkies falling off, gun holsters falling off. I'm gonna have to glue that, get a bit of the old glue gun out for this. But yeah, it also comes with some other hands, he's got like, rested hands, bloody like gripping hands. He's got a lot of stuff. There you go, there's the T1000. We'll move on to the next figure. The next figure we'll be looking at, which unfortunately don't have a box for this one, but it's the Motorcycle Cop T1000. Now I did say earlier I don't have the Motorcycle Cop T1000, and when I said that I meant the ultimate one, because I do have him, but this is the original figure, as you can see, pre-posed, which, yeah, look at that looks pretty good. Do like the pre-posed stance right there. Now standing him is a bloody pain in the arse, I'll say, but I've actually got it there. Pretty cool. Now, I didn't know, this was kind of a last minute decision getting this guy. I got this guy a couple of years ago. Didn't know if I was going to get him or not, but kind of looked him over a little bit, and then yeah, he is different enough of a figure to the base T1000 action figure. He's got, he does have the claw arm, like a sword that his liquid metal has formed, and it is pretty good. Yeah, it's different to what the other figure came with. The other figure, the ultimate one, came with like the crowbar arm. This one's like an actual blade, which is cool. These Motorcycle Cops, he does have the uniform. He's got the helmet, the sunglasses. He's got like a coat over top of his regular uniform. You can see, Los Angeles Police wrote on his arm, well, on the jacket, like the kind of shoulder area of the jacket. This one is actually like a lot better condition. You won't have the bloody like walkie-talkie or like the gun holster like falling off. The walkie-talkie, I'll say though, is painted a bit differently here. I don't know if this is more accurate or what, but you got like some silver paint going on here. The other one just has it completely black. So I'm pretty sure it's the same walkie-talkie he has in his Motorcycle Cop look as he does in his other one. It also, comes with the pistol. I'll just take that out. Now, I got this figure second hand. The pistol it came with, I don't think, actually came with the original one. It's still a good pistol. I think it is still a NECA, but it's not the one he came with originally. But I don't mind. If anything, I actually prefer this one. It's bigger, more menacing looking. It's like a Desert Eagle. And then it's also painted like a nice, kind of like very light silver colour. The T1000 also has the striped trousers. He's got like the navy trousers with like the white stripe going down them. And then he also has the black boots. And then on the bottom of his left leg, he's got the liquid metal going on at the bottom of the boot. I think that's great. What he came with some interchangeable hands. Should I do? The hands are like showcased with the ultimate figure. I kind of had these ones as well in the background. I don't think I showed these ones, but comes with some alternate hands, just gripping. And I actually do have a gripping left hand now, which is cool. And then he also has the alternate arm. So if you want him with like just his regular arm, this could also work as like just a regular Motorcycle Cop action figure. If you don't want like a Terminator, but you want like just a regular Terminator, or not Terminator, but just a regular police officer figure, this could definitely work out. Just don't have any of the liquid metal parts showing on him. Maybe don't get this figure because he's got the liquid metal on the bottom of his boot. You could always paint that though. And it doesn't really look that odd, I mean, you wouldn't really get that with like regular boots. You don't just have like a piece of bloody liquid metal at the bottom of them. But you could definitely use this as a generic cop figure. He also came with like an SMG, like a mini like gun. Not really an Uzi. I don't exactly know what model of gun this is. I'm just kind of referring it as an SMG. There you go. Here's the Motorcycle Cop figure. Pretty damn cool. I don't. If I do get a comparison, I have to swap all the parts back. If I do get a comparison going, there you go. You can see they're pretty different. It's not just the case where it's the same figure, just one has a helmet, one doesn't. They are pretty different. I'm a big fan of that. Yeah, amazing. We'll move on to the next figure, and yeah, okay. And then the last NECA figure we'll be looking at, certainly not least though, this is in fact my favourite one. This is the first Terminator figure I got. And this guy I got way back in like 2017. This figure is he's pretty old. If I'm right, I'm pretty sure I got him like not too long after he first came out. This guy was like another re-release of like the clamshell figures, just with like, you know, the posability, which his legs look messed up, if I'm being quite honest with you. Like, what is going on there? Especially like the bottom, it's like, yeah, like what is going on with his groin? Like his lower torso. Don't know what is going on, but he does kind of stand. And he does look pretty cool. I don't know what this figure really counts as. I don't think he's an ultimate, because he had a different box. He came in, somehow I've still got the packaging. He came in like this. Really cool. You can actually see I think that's the ultimate T1000 there. But I don't know if he counts. I don't think he counts as an ultimate, but he's pretty cool. He's got, this is like his look towards the kind of I guess at the beginning of the movie. First half of the film he looks like this. You know, he's not. He's got the black t-shirt on. You know, the leather jacket, the sunglasses, the leather trousers. You know, you can see the green belt and the leather boots. This is how he looks in the first half of the movie. The second half, he looks pretty much the same. The only difference is he's instead in the second half he's wearing a grey shirt and then he's wearing gloves. But yeah, this is my favourite look of Terminator number 2. This is the most iconic, I'd say. And I'm glad I got this guy, because I was like thinking between this and the Ultimate one. I remember the Ultimate one being bloody expensive at the time, and this figure being the much cheaper option. So I got this one instead, and boy am I glad I got it, because this guy goes for pretty hefty prices these days. You can't get him at any shops. You know, your best bet's eBay, and he's not going to go for hundreds, but he still is worth like quite a bit. But what I really like about this guy is he comes with the flower box. You know, when he's in the mall, you know, he has the flower box which he hides his Winchester gun in, and he just kind of walks around, like unsuspiciously. He's kind of under the radar because he's hiding his big gun in like a flower box. And you can recreate that look with the figure. And they also comes with a pistol, which I thought it was the same pistol as the T1000. I'll just get that, but no, it's different. It's painted differently. Yeah, this one was a lot lighter in colour. This one's like gunmetal grey, and this one's also a lot smaller. Now they look like they're basically the same mould. They look like they're the same mould, but this one's definitely way smaller than this one. So, yeah, it's good to see they're different. I mean, there are actually some slight details. I think they're slightly different. I don't know actually if they're the same model of gun or not. They're ever so slightly different with like the mechanisms. I don't know if that's just because this one's bigger, they detailed it more or what, but this one certainly is a lot more detailed. But yeah, it comes with a pistol. Yeah. Hasta la vista, baby. Really cool. In the movie, just kind of, I'm pretty sure he just tucks that into like his jacket in the movie. You know, it's a small weapon, so it's not like he has to have like another box or flower gun or anything to hold that in. This figure did originally come with an interchangeable head sculpt of without the glasses, which I was looking for it for this video. I don't know where it is. Genuinely don't know where it is. Hopefully I find it, but if I don't, yeah, I guess I'm lucky. But if I don't, I guess it's not the worst thing in the world, because I will say this head sculpt's definitely my favourite of the two. This is what I'd always really have Terminator with from number 2. The sunglasses, and yeah, the sunglasses. Do prefer this, without the gloves and without the grey t-shirt. But yeah, that's this figure. We'll move to the next one. There are 2 more left, kind of 2 more. Okay, so next up, we'll be looking at this guy. Now this figure, I believe, is a Kenner figure, if I'm right. He's an old, yeah, Kenner. He's an old figure. Now, I believe my mum got this guy off of like Etsy, second-hand site. And I got him as like a Christmas present just before Christmas, a couple of years ago. And he's really cool. I'm a big fan of him. He's like a kind of mix of, I guess, Dutch from Predator and then also the Terminator. Because he's got the camouflage, the kind of military outfit. He's got like a camouflage tank top, some military, camouflage trousers, and he's got boots on. But then he's also got the exposed robot underneath of his flesh, which is really cool. I'm a big fan of him. And he doesn't really have that much posability, but he does look really cool. And usually what I do is, when I've had him on like the shelf, I usually just get the shotgun from the Terminator, or just any gun really, but usually the shotgun. And then I usually just kind of put it in his hands. You can't really make it look like he's shooting, but he's certainly, it's a bit more interesting if he's holding a gun than if he's just stood there. But there you go, he does look pretty cool. And then last but not least, well, I say not least, actually, probably is least. This figure, which I honestly forgot about, but it is tiny. Forgot about this guy for ages. I only kind of remembered I had it when I was kind of digging through my Lego a couple of months ago. But it's the Lego, well, it's not official Lego, but it's like, it's a Terminator figure made out of Lego. This guy's also probably, I had this guy on, I think, an advent calendar for Christmas. One of my Christmas advent calendars had Lego figures in them, and they were all in, they're all minifigures of the kind of horror characters. I had Jason, have Freddy, have Michael, Leatherface, even have Predator and like a Xenomorph, which is really cool. My mum is really good like that. I do appreciate her, doing this for me. Because these advent, getting this in an advent calendar is absolutely epic. And then you also have like an interchangeable look for him. With like the sunglasses. And this is pretty much like just Lego figure form. With this guy right here, it's basically just that, but in Lego figure form. He's got the sunglasses, leather jacket, the dark shirt underneath, and some black trousers. So pretty cool. And here is all of the collection that I just went through. Tech Noir, Police Station Assault for number 1. You got the T1000 motorcycle cop and the T800 from Terminator 2. And then you've also got some other figures that are just They're not exactly from the film, but they're pretty cool. I guess this guy's from the film, the Lego one. And then I've also got this, I forgot to kind of talk about this, but it's a birthday card I got given. Come with me if you want to party. Really, really cool. I literally have that on the shelf, and I really do like that birthday card. Yeah, that's something else that I was given to from my parents. So that is a cool card. And yeah, so these figures, these guys are great. I'm a big fan of how these look. Um, yeah, I never picked up any of the figures past Terminator 2. Terminator 3 is alright. NECA never made figures from Terminator 3. Even if they did though, I'm not that bothered about that film. It's okay to watch. I'd give it probably like a 6 out of 10. But I wouldn't say it's good enough for me to, pick up more figures. Because I'd be more or less picking up the same thing. Maybe if they made, I think it's the TX, like the woman Terminator's called in that movie, maybe I'd pick that up if they ever made figures for Terminator 3. I think Mezco did, but those figures are hella expensive and they're like pretty rare, so which is what makes them pretty expensive. Terminator 4, don't know too much about that in terms of the figures. I think that film was actually pretty good. That's probably the fourth best one. It just kind of gets like Terminator 1 and 2 are perfect. Number 3, okay, but not as good. Number 4 is pretty good, but there's just no Arnold Schwarzenegger really in it. I mean, there is that one scene where you see him, but they use a lot of special effects. He's not really there. I mean, he kind of is, but only for like a few minutes. He's not like the main star like he's in the other ones. So number 4 is like a 5 out of 10. I'd give number 3 maybe a 7 and then number 4 a 6. Or maybe both of them a 6 actually out of 10. And then number 5, god awful. NECA in fact did make figures from number 5, which I remember when they first came out, they were cheap as chips. They were not expensive in the slightest. I remember the T1000 from that movie. Because the T1000 is in that film as well. I remember that figure on Amazon being about like £20, £20. And then I remember one like eBay did. Like, literally no one wants that figure. People who bought him back in the day are still just getting rid of him. Because I remember seeing like an eBay bid and there was like people bidding for it. And then it got sold for something like £6. So yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I guess no one wants the T1000 Terminator Genesis. And then you've also got the T800 figures from Terminator Genesis. And Terminator Genesis just really isn't that good of a film. So, probably not going to get figures from that film either. Unless I get like one of those NECA blind boxes and then receive it from that. Because I know if you get the sci-fi blind box from NECA, you do get, like, there's a high chance you'll get the, one of those, well maybe even 2 of those, like Terminator Genesis T800s. And then Terminator 6, they also made figures for. Once again, it's okay film. I mean, actually, no, I say okay, it kind of sucks. Yeah, I'm not going to get a figure of, any from those. The best is, from the first and second movie. That's the most iconic, and I mean, that's when this franchise was at its best. But that's about it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. I'll definitely get some more collection videos sorted. I'll do one probably with my Jason figures next. So do stay tuned for that. But on that note, yeah, I'll see you later. Take care. Peace.